You're muted, Pixel.
There it is. StreamYard mutes me whenever I play that video, and they keep me muted. Anytime I try to unmute it, as soon as I do that, it mutes me again. So that's why I'm always on a delay. But hello, everybody. Welcome back to Mad Men with a Box, episode 63 live. And joining me, as always, of course, is Chris.
Yes.
And
I want to say something first because I want to quote everyone's favorite figure in the Doctor Who community, Ian Levine, the guy that gave us Doctor in Distress, because he's been doing the animations. He's been funding his own animations. And he showed some images and how he started off this tweet. It's a very very forward sentence. So I know. So whenever I'm introing anything, I'm just gonna say what Ian says. To all my enemies, the naysayers, the troublemakers, the doubters, and the trolls.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome to the show.
I say bring him back now. We won't take less.
No. Can Russell just throw the show into cancellation again, and we'll just somehow get Doctor in Distress too?
There we go.
Although the thing is, David Tennant can sing, so that would be an up. That would be much better than most of the cast back then trying to sing.
Mm-hmm. And joining us this week, the only one of us who can actually grow a decent amount of facial hair, it's Joe Corallo.
Hi, everyone.
It's on topic. It's the master. Because later this evening we're going to be reviewing Terror.
No, that's very true, and it's nice to do a master story this time from that season. That's not one of the most boring stories.
Yeah, thank God.
Is that the last time you joined us when we did that?
No,
wasn't the last one.
That was the only master one I've done with you guys, and it was also the last time we did something from this specific season or series, whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. So instead of doing the worst for that season, we're doing, you could argue, the best, maybe. There, I don't know if I would personally say it's the best one for the season, but it's really, really good. It's a great opener, but we'll get into it.
I'd say performance-wise, for Delgado, I'd say maybe second or third.
Yeah,
because I feel like Claws of Axos and the Demons is where he's fully going, he's fully performing, especially the Demons. Destroy him, and you give your power to me.
No, Demons is really good, and Mind of Evil's really good. I love Mind of Evil. It's would probably be better if it was a little shorter, but that's
Eric Green,
really good.
Hello. Yes, shocking. We're on time. Gervain's going to be joining us a little bit later, and he's excited to talk about the episode too. But before that, we have some news. News is always fun to get into. I think we have a little more than last week. So
we'll take what we can get.
Yeah, we'll take whatever we can. Starting this time, the Doctor Who official account has announced the official Doctor Who annual that's featuring so many things in it. There's a little video here I'm going to play. We're not going to be able to listen to it, but we can take a look. And it's got all the TARDISes, the Sonics. That right there, which I am trying to get. What is that from?
I don't know. That's the Sycorax there. And that's clearly David Tennant. I don't know which David Tennant, though.
That's what I was wondering. I couldn't tell whether or not that's the blue coat. So I was wondering if they were doing more adventures of the 14th Doctor in more comic strips, maybe. However, I think I recognize what
I don't know why, because from what I've heard, Liberation of the Daleks is not that good.
Oh, it's right here. Read both
That-
parts in 10 Days of Christmas by Steve Cole. Available
that'll be
2023.
I don't know that you zoomed it in. It looks like it's supposed to be 14, but if it's for 10 days of Christmas, that's supposed to be 10.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but I mean, is it? I don't mean to be a bitch, but like, is that the final lettering on that comic? Because that's not great lettering.
Oh, especially the one in the top left.
Yeah, like
Into
God,
Control, where it's going out of the speech bubble.
Yeah, no, that's that letter. No offense to whoever had to do that because it was probably a rush job, but oh my God.
It could be perhaps that it's only for the annual. They didn't finish the lettering in the actual book, which sounds weird.
It's probably just for the promo video. So they just
the promo piece.
It's probably just blank, and they just filled it in just for the video. So I'm hoping that's not the final product because
no,
that lettering bad. That lettering is literally just a Control C,
yeah,
and then paste.
The next stop there, so a little bit of shooting in there. And this is set to come out, I don't know,
in 2024. Yeah. Other than that, it's an impressive video. You don't even see them turning the pages.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Actually, that's just the only pages in there, what we saw.
Yeah.
And they're gonna charge $50 for it.
So wait, I'm confused though, because why would they have inside of the 2024 annual a piece that's promoting the 2023 book?
I don't know. Go back up to the top of the tweet because I'm pretty sure it said in 2024.
Sonic Screwdrivers, get ready for an incredible journey in 2024.
I don't know.
This is confusing me, guys. I'm going to click on the link by Penguin. So we're going to see whatever Penguin says together.
There we go.
September 2023.
Next month. Literally in 7 days.
Okay. So we're pre-ordering this, right?
Jimmy, where's your link? Well, fucking tell us you're back then. You said you're taking a month off. It's not a month yet.
Yeah, that's right. It's a month.
Next week.
Oh, that means you'd be back. Are you? If you're joining us, I can do that. That can happen. I didn't realize. I apologize, James.
Oh, it's serious. He's using his full name. He's using his government name.
I can't remember what his real first name is.
It's actually Steve.
No.
Steve Quirk.
Something Quirk. Link there. So now Jimmy will be joining us, which, hey, that means it's a full show tonight. The 5 people. We want Jimmy. Eric Breen, do you really want Jimmy?
All right, while we wait for Jimmy to come in.
Yeah, next month.
We'll wait for Jimmy to come in next month.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Well, no, if it's going to be 5 of us, one of us is going to be recast, and the other one's going to be trapped in stock footage from an unaired episode.
Yes, exactly.
Say hello to Jimmy.
Oh no, the OBS screen.
I don't know. Wait, I don't know why it's doing that. Hold up.
Is your camera on or off? Because
I don't even have it plugged in.
Oh, well, that would explain it.
There we go.
Now we know the reason. That's better.
No, but like my opinions on this is like, on the other hand, is like a really well made video, and you can't even see like them turn the pages.
It's a good bit.
That's yeah. You know who said that better? Joe.
Don't throw me under the don't pit Jimmy and Joe against each other. I see your game.
Only one with J in their name shall survive.
So yeah, Released 7/09/2023.
Yep, literally.
I don't know
7
why
days.
the Penguin link hasn't updated it to feature the the cover, but Penguin be like that sometimes.
Who buys a book for the cover?
Most comic book
Joe.
buyers.
Joe.
I know that's the
Yeah. Wow, look at this really cool cover. I'm hoping the art inside is oh so good.
Nope.
Marvel. Maybe DC.
Did you guys see the Andrew Tate comic book?
No, God, no.
Yes,
It was like
god awful.
Dude, it's $100, and the XT, like the cover is immaculate, but like when you go in, it's like the worst art you've ever seen,
like-
and there's no plot.
I could make it better in paint.
Dude, it was so funny.
So bad.
So, did
Joe,
you have any
you're already better than the top G.
Did you have any genuine thoughts about this, Jimmy?
I missed it.
The annual.
The annual.
Yeah. I mean, it's another annual, but this time there's like a cool new Sonic we don't see that often. We haven't seen yet. And
And there's 2 doctors on the cover.
okay, Pixel, do that again. Joe, does that sound familiar?
It's
What are you
Sonic's-
implying, Jimmy?
Sounds like your butt plug is what I'm implying.
That's that I thought there was going to be we were going straight to that, but okay. All right.
That's the
Yeah, I like to
punchline.
just get in there quick.
Oh God. Anyway, there's a trailer reveal for the 8th Doctor meeting Lady Audacity, facing not emotional Cybermen.
This does look good.
It doesn't just look good; it sounds good. But I can't
Yes.
play that because Big
And I'm
Finish-
glad they're keeping the authentic style voice for these Cybermen. Because when they did the Lost Story, they changed it to the Invasion one, from what I've heard. So, which was the original plan. They wanted to use the Invasion one, but then they changed it.
Maranya, cancel Jimmy. He's only
Cancel.
been back 5 minutes. He's been
Jimmy's
back
been
5
back for a
minutes.
total of not even 5 minutes, and he's getting cancelled already. That's a new
What
What did I do?
I don't know. A lot of things. A lot of
Trying to
things.
figure out my
You
mind
showed up.
on that. Yeah, this is gonna be. I'm not fully back yet. I go to New Mexico.
You went to the Breaking Bad place?
He's gonna try the blue stuff.
I've driven through New Mexico. It's pretty. It's very flat.
Your brain 6 minutes.
6 minutes too
long.
long.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just glad that we're getting a new era for the 8th Doctor that is friendly for people to jump in. Because I've been trying for the longest time. I'm listening to what's the first one with the 11?
Doom Coalition?
Yeah, I'm trying to listen to that, and it's fine, but it still feels like I'm missing things. So it's like, where do I start? I've tried going all the way back, and I just got
No, good luck. That's like hours and hours and hours of work.
Yeah, I got stuck on the Chimes of Midnight.
I
don't
like
know how.
Chimes at Midnight.
Chimes is great.
Every time I try to start it, I end up falling asleep. And it's not because it's boring. It's very interesting. But so I have to restart it.
Get out. We're
I am
replacing
in
you
my
with
own
Joe.
time loop.
We're replacing you with Joe Pixel. You're out.
Wow. Wow. Not the guy that's been gone a month. But okay.
Jimmy, you're muted, by the way.
I'm with Pixel. It makes me fall asleep every time I listen to it.
Well, you have internal like COVID, so you have no taste.
You're right.
And obviously, I have my sense of taste as I'm drinking my Mountain Dew Baja Blast.
Is that all you have? Every time every time we do these, you always like, I'm just gonna go get a drink,
Every
and
time.
you come back with a Baja Blast. Like,
I love this. Okay, I have bought.
you know, we're
out
not
every
sponsored
single
by
can.
Mountain Dew. We're not getting any money from them. I don't know why they would sponsor us.
Your girlfriend, lifetime supply of Baja Blast.
Oh, he's picking that Baja Blast. Like, regardless, he's getting satisfied.
If it makes you feel better, you can send her some Baja Blast to the Philippines.
And be like, this is why I'm leaving you.
She's
There
never
you go.
had Baja Blast because she lives in the Philippines. But that's
I could have told you that. She hardly knows what water is.
she knows what water is.
Well, honestly, all this Mountain Dew talk, Pixel, I'm starting to think you're kind of a nerd.
Joe is what
You're
convinced you. I'm
You're
glad.
Starting to finally, it's clicking. I'm starting to
Like, what a geek.
Pieces of
What a
Anyway.
loser. He probably talks about Star Wars and comic books.
I do talk about Star Wars and comic books
yeah.
too.
Real quick. Pixel, what's your thoughts on Ahsoka?
I
Wait, before you answer, let me guess. You like it, but it needs a little work. But you like it.
think it's really good.
I
But anyway.
fucking knew it. It is so bad, dude.
It's
Well,
for me, it's in the middle. I haven't watched Rebels. I barely watched Clone Wars, so I really could not care about the characters. I went into this blind, essentially, and I'm like, this is okay.
the
Yep.
problem for most people is going to be this is Rebels season 5 more than it's Ahsoka.
See, as soon
Guys,
as I
remember
started disliking it,
I clapped.
as soon as I
Ezra.
started disliking it, I was like, you know what? I know right now Pixel is smiling and enjoying himself, so that's okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're getting a name confirmation. We knew she was Rose, but Yasmin Finney is not just playing Rose; she's playing Rose Noble, who's the daughter of Donna Noble and Sean Temple. And
Now, see,
Donna's
is this some kind of weird Mandela effect? Because I thought we all agreed that she was their daughter. Everyone's like,
we all knew that.
Everyone's like, character confirmed. I'm like, we knew this.
But the name,
Didn't we
why
all
is her
know this
name
at the same time?
why is her name Rose Noble instead?
My guess is
know.
because her mother is Donna Noble.
But still, like, wouldn't she have both names?
No, because
Now she would, because
They're married.
Temple
Donna
Noble.
yeah, it went Temple Noble.
She's an adult, and she could make her name whatever she wants it to be.
It
Yeah.
could be that. Maybe.
How do you know? She could be
doesn't like-
17.
She's probably playing a 17-year-old.
She doesn't look 17 there.
No, but
Whoa,
as Chris was
ageist.
pointing out,
Ageist.
as Chris was pointing out, if Donna got married in 2010, how could they have a daughter that's in close to her 20s? But
Oh, shit.
yeah.
Donna, you sneaky little snake.
What is
That
it?
means-
What was that? What was her first husband's? Lance?
Yeah, Lance. That's Lance's kid right there. That's why it's not Temple.
Eric Breen
Come on.
guy.
You think Donna wanted to wait till marriage to have sex? Come on. This is Donna.
Is there like more news we could talk about?
Yes, I'm moving on. So anyway, Doctor Who, they had an official desk calendar that they were releasing. This was it for the official 2024 everyday calendar. This was the front of it. However, if you click on the link for this merchandise, the link is broken. You cannot go there anymore.
Oh no, I can't buy a calendar?
I know what you're saying, but my point is,
How
That
are
I
we
think-
gonna know what month out of the 14 months there are?
Yeah. I didn't even know there was 14 months. They added
And
2.
like in November, it's going to be 15 months. How will we know what month it will be?
Can I just say that I love that it's featuring the doctors, their friends, and their foes. It just makes it sound so folksy. It's like, join the doctor and his friends. And like, what?
Join the doctor and Mel and he be too.
They have the best artist on the cover, though, so that's a plus.
Well, the thing is that obviously there's a little controversy from it because people are saying, "Where's Shooty?" Here's another one.
Oh, that's a good question.
16 months.
No, I just got my head over 14-month calendars. Now there's 16
Wait, back the fuck up.
Don't worry, 2024 is only going to feel like 16 months.
No, I will say,
I forgot.
It felt like
a leap
16.
year.
It felt like 16 months waiting for these specials. So
it's a leap year, guys. How would we forgot? So obviously, there's 16
that's right.
months.
On a leap year, they add 4 months.
Well,
it goes into the next year, guys.
I'm looking at these graphics, and I'm just like, fuck Peter Cushing, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Can we just real quick?
Where's Rowan Atkinson?
Hold up.
Exactly.
Where's the second first Doctor?
The fugitive doctor's in there. What are they gonna do? January, February, whatever month you want. March.
The month you didn't know about all your life.
So that'd also be the War Doctor. So there'd be 2 months you never knew about.
No. They knew about it. It's the secret month they knew about, but they didn't like talking about.
Yeah.
we don't sit with him.
Who's
so the fugitive doctor? She's gonna be the Ted Bundy Day special edition. Nice.
Well, let's see. Like the months are named after Roman emperors. So, let's see. I'm a big fan of the month Neroary. That's my favorite month. Neroary, followed by Caligulary.
Her cousin was calligraphy.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's easy to miss.
You must be a really big Vesperianary month guy.
It's weird, though, because I'm looking at that calendar and I'm like, wow, 3 of the doctors have seen Georgia Tennant naked.
Oh, my God. Joe?
If you want to think about it, Georgina Tennant, if you want to think about it, Georgina Tennant has now seen 2 of the doctors naked.
Yeah, this is true.
Moving on.
Anyway, who's excited?
You forgot to mention one of them's a lesbian.
What?
Yeah, we forgot. So Jodie Whittaker is going to be.
Oh yeah, in her new role.
When the fuck is Pride Month? June, July?
Well, I mean, technically, all the doctors are lesbians in a way, if you think about it.
Amen. God approved of that one.
Why can't it kill me? Why can't I die?
That's a sonic screwdriver.
I'm already saying, this is the most entertaining podcast we've had since I left. Yeah.
I don't know. That one where we were ranking the title themes were pretty good. It was pretty good. We all
hear this, Joe. He hates the Howl theme.
Huh.
You know
which one's that?
That's end of 4 to the first of 6.
Yeah.
Yes, I just
with the stars.
Oh yeah, I hate that one too.
Yeah.
I don't think it's bad.
You're a synth like smegma lord, so it makes sense.
Yeah, but Pixel wanted it on the bottom of the list. Like
I wouldn't put
down
that at the bottom for
I
sure.
would put it at the
I
bottom.
I'm pretty.
I didn't want it at the bottom because there were a couple.
what's worse than it?
I can't remember the list. Like that was.
I mean, there's like, I think it's better than McCoy's.
Yeah, it is better than McCoy's.
I think those two
I
are
despise McCoy's
both
more.
bad.
I despise McCoy's more. Anyway, news. Big Finish. Once in Future, the Christopher Eccleston led audio drama, at least we believe.
Yes.
Joined by David Warner and Nicola
Wait,
Walker.
he's dead. How is that possible?
But the interesting thing is, obviously, you're getting Nine's first multi-doctor special, really. Like, at least with actually Nine's consent.
And not B-roll. Yeah.
Yeah, not B-roll.
But he is there with not only an alternate universe doctor, but also the Luminette.
The Lumiat.
The Lumiette, my bad.
The good master, the master's Valiard, kind of.
Good Missy.
But that was actually the biggest surprise. I'm just like, yeah, I would have thought they would have forgotten that character because she served her purpose, which was to try and make Missy good, and it failed.
She's dead, Jim.
She's dead, Jim. Yeah, this should be interesting because I know Christopher Eccleston has said that he really enjoyed working with David Warner. So I feel like David Warner was the exception to like multi-doctor stuff because it's David Warner.
Yeah.
How do you not like David Warner though? Like, I've heard
Dude,
like some people say they
he's
not
Ra's al
like him
Ghul.
that much. Wait, did he play Ra's al Ghul in?
I think he was Ra's in one of the Batman series.
Yeah, he was Ra's al Ghul in Batman the Animated Series, and he was also the Loeb in Freakazoid.
I'm starting to think you're a dork, Joe.
No, I don't want David Warner, the cricketer. David Warner, the actor.
You watch Freakazoid?
Yeah, Freakazoid was great.
Oh, okay.
But
They
no,
also did a weird cameo in Teen Titans Go, which I believe was one of the last times David Warner did voice acting.
I think this is his last time doing voice acting.
Liv Chanka too. I forgot Liv is in.
Yeah,
this.
Nicole Walker, yeah, she's in it as well. So it's weird. She's already met Nine, and then she's meeting a slightly different version of Nine,
and then meeting an alternate universe doctor in Time Lord Immemorial.
Yes. Keep going. I'm looking up what David Warner's also done. Oh yeah, he was in
He also
Teen
did
Titans
Doctor
Go.
Who.
Wow, really?
Yeah, he was in
Tron.
He was in Cold War.
Yeah, no, he was the
He was in Tron?
He was the villain in Tron, yeah.
He was both villains in Tron.
Yeah.
Someone has a
Sark and the was the MCP? Yeah.
All right, he looks a lot different back then. Then again, that was 70 what? 76?
Wasn't Tron 82?
82.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I thought it was older.
Actually, yeah, he was all three antagonists in Tron.
Yeah.
Dillinger, Sark, and the MCP.
I missed this description of the story. Someone has desecrated the mythical hall of the Time Lord Immemorial, where the sands of time from the multiverse are held. And those sands are running out.
That's a cool idea.
Well,
anytime someone does the sands of time,
more multiverse.
Well, it has to be David Warner's Doctor, Chris.
I know, but come on, can we come up with an original idea?
Well, no, it is original because David Warner's Sands of Time did end. And they're just placing it together. Makes sense. This could be where David Warner dies. This would be cool.
For a franchise that revolves around time travel, there sure are a lot of stories about time running out.
That's right. That's right.
Guys, time's running out.
Say hello to Jermaine.
Hey, Jermaine.
Hey, everybody. How you doing tonight?
Doing good, doing good. Welcome to the party where we're talking about dead people.
No, the question is, Jermaine, where would you put Jodie Whittaker in a 16th month calendar? I'm just wondering. I put her on July because that's Pride Month.
June.
June is Pride Month.
June is Pride Month.
Whichever one has the rainbow.
That's the rainbow. Jimmy.
Come on, you're telling me her and Yaz wouldn't get together? I thought they were going to.
Can we move on? I think we should move on.
Yes, move on. Well, you're in control. Move on.
So, yes, I am in control. Thanks for reminding me. Doctor Who Series 15 is
April.
April? Okay, so, like, January, March, April, May, June. Why April?
April Fools. Because that's what it feels like. It was all just one big joke.
This is why we have you on.
Doctor Who Series 15 is currently in production with co-producer Sharon King.
Now, what has Sharon King done?
Big news is Series 15 is in production, which is good.
Oh,
so
yeah.
they are keeping their promises on no skip years, which is even better.
Yes, my boy. I'm tired of freaking skip years.
The waits have been terrible.
That's what extra content should be. It should be.
Keep going.
Uh-oh, Jimmy has a thought. What is it?
No, it's I saw. I think Crispy brought it up. I can't remember where I saw it from. I think it was Crispy, but it seems like Ncuti is actually going to be staying longer than 3 seasons.
Oh, interesting.
I'd take it.
See, I feel like 2 or 3 is safe.
It
you
is
don't
very
want to overstay. You don't want to overstay your welcome unless those are like really like strong seasons.
But I mean, to be fair, it's what was going to happen with 9. He was supposed to stay throughout the whole thing and then leave. And then yeah. So I mean, we're just going to get another 4 banging seasons, presumably 4, just like his original golden era. That's amazing in my book. I'll take another 4.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that as long as they're all consistent, like amazing seasons. That'd be fine.
Decent. Let's be honest. If like 2 of them are decent, and then you have in caps of amazing, it's okay.
I'm not the bar for yourself. They need to be great art.
Give me everything I want. Confirm all my theories. That's all you can do. Otherwise, garbage. Horrible. And no, we don't want to see your Oscars t-shirt, Froggy.
I just hope they keep constantly retconning the history of the Doctor.
So I'll accept if they get rid of the timeless children.
So you essentially just want RTD to just look at the novel Unnatural History and be like, I'm just going to be doing that. Just constantly retconning the Doctor's history. Oh, you were born in the 49th century. Oh, no, you're half human. Oh, no, you've always been a Time Lord.
Yeah, exactly. Just fuck it. Who cares? Just
who cares at this point?
Every episode, the hook is and
the Doctor's origin changes.
Yep, the Doctor's you know it is. You know,
we want Doctor Who to be like Netflix's The Witcher. Doesn't make any resemblance towards its actual book, but we want it changed.
It'll just, and then just for one season, like, no, Doctor Who is just a TV show.
I'm confused. Maranya, time after time, Time Bandits, the man with 2 great Star Trek.
David Warner, I'm going to assume.
Okay. Thank you.
I remember him.
Right, he was in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's right.
Yeah, Secret of the Ooze. He was the Doctor.
So the Doctor should be replaced by Dr. Immortus. No, Buggy. No. On the Geeky Puppet Show, where I am known to do readings, we have a character with that. The thing is, no, it's not. I don't know if I can say it's a brag. I'm just.
I work on other channels.
But I'm here. I'm almost always here. You struggle to get rid of me.
You need to be here more consistently, Pixel.
I was going to say we were on a topic that I was going to bring up. Oh, in that annual, there was somebody who went ahead and they got a snippet of it. And they got a picture that shows William Hartnell by the TARDIS, and it's like semi-colored. But it says basically, for some people, the story of the Doctor starts with a timeless child on some faraway planet. For others, it's of an elderly man hopping into a box with his granddaughter.
Wait, back up. Start again. What did you say? So it's like this is from the annual?
Yeah, I don't have it here. I can look it up, I guess.
Yeah, it says that. It's like, for some, the Doctor started with the timeless child. For others, it's with his granddaughter in a junkyard.
Oh, so what they're doing is like what DC did a couple years ago. All stories don't matter and everything's in play. So that's what they're doing. Okay, that hurts a little bit.
It's the annual. That doesn't.
I'm guessing
the annual.
What
wait,
the annual is saying.
Wait.
Just
wait, because they got the annual for the 11th Doctor for Series 5. And I read that, and it goes in detail about the Paradigm Daleks, which I love, still a fan. But it goes into all the details about each one of them, the colors and what it means and their titles. And then it was never brought up again in the show. So it doesn't really matter. This annual.
I remember the first annual for Series 1 that came out. And then it had this whole intro about the Time War. And none of that actually happens in the TV show. Because then it just got contradicted.
The annual's just for fun. It's like, oh, we've collected these things, and that's fun. It says it right here. I got it up. For some, the story starts with a tiny child discovered all alone beneath a wormhole to a faraway place.
Got any more pixels with that photo pixel?
I don't. Miraculous ship that could travel through.
I like how it says for some. We sure
they're essentially just going. You can accept whatever origin story you like.
For a small, minute people, it starts with a timeless child. Might as well start with that. Jeez. And then for everyone else who likes good stuff, it doesn't start that way.
Anyway.
For others, it starts with the name of the Doctor retconning Clara to be too important.
Hey, man.
Little things. It wasn't that big of a deal.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
So dumb. I don't like that she chose the TARDIS for him.
So does that mean when she was there for everything?
No. Yes. She didn't choose the TARDIS for him. It was that the Great Intelligence went back, gave him the wrong TARDIS, and she corrected that. Because she was undoing.
So she chose the TARDIS for him.
That's not the same. Not the same. But
so wait, hold up. So she said, "Hey, Doctor, not this one."
You don't want to go with that one. This one has the.
Well, Doctor Who does this thing where it goes to very wild extremes of going back and forth between fate is it's all determinist, it's all set in stone, and there's nothing you can do, and also you could pretty easily change everything if you put your mind to it. and it just constantly back and forth. And
I think you're getting confused with Doctor Who and Stephen Moffat, because that's what Stephen Moffat does.
No, it's everything. It's what Doctor Who does. But anyway, last thing.
I think the only thing that RTD did that was like way too extreme was that they made the Doctor like Jesus at the season finale of 3. You know, other than that, like, I don't think he did too crazy.
The season finale of 3 was like the "if you believe in fairies, clap your hands" bullshit. Like
everybody's saying the Doctor's names now. Here we go.
Say the Doctor's name and he gets Jesus powers.
You know, I really love it when a show does something as stupid as mass murdering people across Earth, so you know there's going to be a big reset button, because obviously that can't just happen.
Think about it though, like RTD actually gave us a reason why he became Jesus. It wasn't good, but like at least they gave us a reason. Like at the ending of season 5, where like he tramps himself into Pandora and goes up into the black hole, and then like he wakes up in the TARDIS and he goes, "Oh, I'm alive. I love it when I do that." There's no explanation why he's there.
But Custard and Solarians.
Oh, yes, there is. He's going. He literally says he's going back in his timeline. Yeah.
I think it happened that way. I don't think it was going. I don't think he said that.
No, he did say that. He said he said he must be going back through his timeline, as it's erasing him. He's going backwards, so he's experiencing stuff that he's done already, just in reverse. And it's to help set up the whole get Amy to remember him, because she can hear him.
Doesn't make sense.
Welcome to Stephen Moffat.
Amen.
It doesn't
no
make
else doesn't make sense. Clara, keep her out.
Anyway, who's ready for Doctor Who? The color purple.
What's up, Gervais?
She's the greatest used TARDIS salesman of all time. She got it back. You don't want this one, buddy. This one is a nice model and all that, but this one right here, though,
which actually, didn't you say, Chris, that in that moment that it was actually the other's TARDIS, which the other is actually the Doctor before reincarnating, and so it's using the same. I thought you did.
No.
Was it somewhere else? That sounds like a thing.
No.
You sure?
I'm sure.
Yeah, that would have been impossible, but
yeah.
Let's remember, from the TARDIS's words itself, it chose him.
That was also Stephen Moffat. So
Stephen Moffat. So Stephen Moffat's like, you know what? You know Stephen Moffat? Fuck Stephen Moffat. I'm Stephen Moffat. I'm going to do something different.
I love Stephen Moffat so much.
He's just like, I hate Series 5 me. So, or Series 6 me.
Do you like Stephen Moffat the same amount as I love RTD?
No, I can't go that far as saying what you said to RTD. To say what you said to RTD? Really?
At least whatever.
Doctor Who, The Color Purple, also known as Enemy Mine, featuring Jonathan Carlias.
Isn't that a film with Dennis Quaid?
No. You're confused. That's not Dennis Quaid. That's Paul McCann.
Look. Here's a plus of Power of the Doctor. Big Finish has new 8th Doctor content to use.
Yes.
They got new references.
But
I love the cover.
It is a nice cover, but we have to point out that Jonathan Carly himself says everything has its time and everything ends. What a note to close this chapter on. Remember what you're leaving behind. So this is the final War Doctor Begins.
Which I'm thinking they are doing a restructuring, because Diary of Riversong is ended. I've heard the unit series is also ending. See, with the unit series, you could say, okay, maybe because there's a spin-off. With Diary of Riversong, it's like, we've got nothing from her, so it's probably a restructuring. This is a very clear indicator. Yeah, I think they're restructuring. Because worst case scenario is just they're not making enough money on these ranges anymore, and they're just
Chris, why aren't you paying them?
I'm funding them.
Chris funds them single-handedly.
Chris takes a month off and they go bankrupt. God damn.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think Chris has ever taken a month off.
Yeah, sorry, Big Finish. I'm busy buying the 8th Doctor novels.
Oh, that's right. Buying the books. That's what did it.
But no, I think that's my theory because, yeah, this is at least the second confirmed range that they're ending. So I feel like they are restructuring it. Or they've run out of Time War.
War Doctor was awesome.
Or they're running out of Time War content. Because honestly, how much can you do with the Time War already? We've already got a War Doctor origin era. We've had War Doctor during the height of the war. We've had 8th Doctor in the Time War. We've had Susan in the time. Where's Jackie in the Time War?
We've had the 6th Doctor. At least the alternate version of 6.
Yeah, we've had alternate 6 and an alternate Time War.
We have multiple 6 Doctors, and all of them are good. Isn't that amazing?
Here's the question. When Russell came back, he created the Time War. Now that he's coming back again, what else? Do you think he'll come up with another idea just as big?
No.
I don't know.
Why not? They could be restructuring for that purpose.
Maybe, but the Time War, the introduction of the Time War in Series 1 is such an integral, big status change to the Doctor.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you could...
answers of what the fuck happened with Flux.
No, we'll never address that. Flux is never going to be addressed again. Flux is the biggest thing that never happened.
Is that still there?
We only learned recent. No, did we even learn whether or not other planets exist anymore?
No.
Because
I guess they do.
Everything, even the moon was destroyed, but but the Doctor put a fake moon so people wouldn't freak out or something. I can't remember.
I don't know.
The idea that time is an entity is really concerning. What they should that could be something Russell could handle.
But that didn't even matter. In the end, it doesn't.
See, this was handled much better in the New Adventures because death is an entity, time is an entity. But they're not at least time is not a force that it's release me so I can just ravage everything. That made no sense.
They also wasn't there also a planet called Time?
Yeah, that's where it was imprisoned.
So time was
planet
a person, and it's a planet. And, bro, what the? The ending of Flux infuriates me. I love it, but the ending is horrible.
Because it's all by Chibnall. It's all bad.
No, anyway, Enemy Mine. This should be interesting because we got War Doctor and 8th Doctor meeting. We got some more Paul McGann stuff. Hell yeah.
But is it 8th Doctor or is it Edge Doctor?
Jermaine,
it's gone by his looks, probably.
Jermaine, what's your thoughts on this, man? Okay, well, I guess he's not here.
He's asleep. We've bored Jermaine.
And Joe's on his phone now. He doesn't even care.
Yeah, this has been pretty brutal, but yeah, we'll move on eventually, guys.
That's it. We're done.
That's it. We're on to our main topic.
So yes, it's time for Terror of the Autons, the first story to ever feature the Master. And I don't care what the people say about War.
I was about to say, you'd have some people being like, "Oh, excuse me, what about the War game? That's definitely the Master."
Stop. And Joe Grant. Yes.
Shut up, Eric.
And Yates. I think this is Yates's. Even though they act like he's always been there, but this is Yates's first story.
Yeah.
Like, oh yes, I remember that business with the Autons previously. It's like, you weren't there. Who are you? Bro thinks he's on the team.
It's like that one week where we had Landry on the bottom row because Jimmy was missing it, and we just acted like Jimmy wasn't there, and it's always Landry.
I don't. When was this? When was this?
This is like ages
a
ago.
long time ago.
In a galaxy far, far away.
Awesome.
Anyway, your thoughts. Your thoughts, Chris. Go ahead, start us off.
On Terror of the Autons?
Yes.
I liked it. Essentially, this was like kind of a soft reboot.
Is this the third Doctor one?
Yeah, this is Third Doctor.
Yeah.
This is
Oh,
the
I
start of
watched
his
that.
second season.
Yeah, I watched that. That was a good one.
Yeah, I liked it. Yeah, it's a nice little soft reboot. You know, you bring back the Autons. They were the villains that the Third Doctor first faced when he first appeared. Joe's nice, although I'd say a bit like after halfway, they don't really give her a lot to do until the end. So probably like third episode is where they just like
where she's attacked by the plastic baby.
You mean like every episode with Joe?
Yeah, you take
What?
that back.
You take
Every
that back
episode-
right now.
Every episode with Joe is like they forget about her the first act of the story.
Well, this is her debut, so first 2 episodes, and then the last one, she has more of a presence. It's just that third one where they just kind of just like, yeah, no.
It's just like the face of Steven in the Daleks' master plan.
Yeah,
it has nothing to
right.
do.
I guess you could
Roger
say the same
Delgado,
thing for
amazing.
Jamie. You can say the same thing for Jamie and Tomb of the Cybermen. They didn't know what to do with him the whole thing until later.
Kind of, sort of, I guess. Like you have so many episodes, and you're busy trying to push this part of the story along. You're bound to forget some parts along the way, and then bring them back to the end.
Sometimes it's also they're just like literally on vacation.
They missed
Like
that.
there's
Yeah,
that
yeah,
whole episode. There's that whole episode in the invasion where Jamie's just sitting in the chair. They occasionally cut to him, and he's like, "I'm going back to sleep now," and they just cut go to something else. It's so good.
Yes, that is great.
Dark Shadows.
I mean, that's what it wasn't a vacation, but with I was like looking up the behind the scenes, like Nicholas Courtney just took like days out of this because of was it depression?
Yeah.
So he was not for this episode that you would sometimes have like a brigadier stand-in. It's like, yeah, that's not Nicholas Courtney. That's definitely not him.
I think I heard something similar with City of Death. Someone took like a week or 2 off.
I might look that up.
Guys.
Google.
But yeah, I like this story. Roger Delgado, he's so great. First scene, he's right there. He's intimidating. I'm usually referred to as the master.
Usually referred to as the master. Yes.
Amazing. But it sucks that it takes until the last episode for him to actually meet the Doctor. Every other time it's just like leaving a message or just phoning him. It isn't until the last episode that they actually meet. But I think that's still a good scene. Like to set up their dynamic.
Are you saying you didn't enjoy the episode 3 cutoff where the Doctor was getting choked around by the phone cord?
That was comical. Yeah.
Very funny. Brigadier, help!
Help.
Joe, not Grant. Corallo.
Yeah, I know.
Your thoughts?
But one thing I appreciate is we get God, what's his name again? We get Roy Stewart back, who was Toberman in Tomb of the Cybermen, is the strong man in episode 2. This time for whatever reason, I'm like, I watch it and I'm like, that's Toberman, and like double checked. I'm like, yeah, that's great.
I forgot.
So that's cool. I love that this story has back-to-back one of the best cliffhangers in the Pertwee era when he takes off the mask of the Auton at the end of episode 2. It's the policeman, and it's like, that is so good. Followed by one of the worst cliffhangers in all of Pertwee's era, where Delgado's just like, I'm gonna kill you. He has the buzz thing, it's like gets wrapped up with the cord, and Pertwee's just like, and it's like, that's amazing. The fact that they could do that back to back, incredible. This is the first of countless Master stories where the Masters teamed up with a previous foe, the Doctor, and the foe and the Master are trying to one-up each other, and it comes to a head at the end, and because they are in conflict with each other at the end, it enables the Doctor to have some sort of victory. And this time it's working with the Master. Other times in the future, it might be the other way around. I don't want to spoil the history of Doctor Who for people, but yeah, so this is the first of many of that. I think this is one of the sleeker ones. We get so many 6-part Delgado stories that linger, that I overstay their welcome a bit in the Pertwee era. Some of them I think are really good. Mind of Evil, Sea Devils, there's a few other ones, but like a nice 4-parter with your Sherlock Moriarty thing going on. It's nice. Works.
Yeah. Jimmy?
It's been a while since I watched it, but I remember loving it.
There we go.
Jermaine?
Jermaine, are you with us?
I'm with you.
You're awake. You're awake. Welcome back.
Okay, real quick. I gotta say.
I like it. I like it a lot. I actually enjoyed this one immensely. I thought we just had a little bit. I said, how do you beat a bunch of faceless androids with gun hands who basically can take you out with telephone wire? I just think this was fun on a whole bunch of levels. The best part for me was Mike Yates when they were shooting at the who's it, Yates?
Yeah, it's Yates.
Yeah, Yates.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when he shoots at the doll, it's just like, what's wrong, Joe?
I think it's the first time I ran to. He was shooting at the Autons, and the Doctor's like, bullets don't hurt him. So Mike, quick thinking on his feet, just jumps in the car and runs one over. I think that was great. And
which I learned was actually like a stunt that was kind of not planned.
Oh no, that stunt was great. That was like the best.
The stunt was great because that entire thing was actually an accident.
Hey,
like when he flips over like the edge of the
like catches the feet for a bit and then does another flip all the way downhill. Oh, that guy should have been.
Yeah, because apparently I looked it up. That's not how it was planned. That was entirely an accident, and the fact that he just got up and just still continued the scene was like a miracle. They're just like, okay, that worked. We're keeping it.
Even better. So I don't know what the Academy Award equivalent in Britain is, but I think definitely for that stunt alone, the story should have got one.
It's also like realistic if you think about it. If you got a bunch of people just like, well, I guess living plastic just coming after and trying to kill you, there's gonna be a lot of road rage.
Oh no, that was another thing I liked about it. It's like a lot of jumping out from in front of cars, even towards the end with the coach, where I think he tried to run a Doctor over twice. It looked like,
but we just like,
and then
judo or aikido.
Yeah, it was my man Farrell, who he tried. All through 4 episodes, he tried to assert himself and couldn't make it out. And then to get now that was the only thing when the Master came out to coach at the very end, and I was like, yeah, Farrell's about to catch in the face, but that was pretty obvious. But I like, and the thing is, now that I'm watching more of the Petrie stuff, I'm actually liking Jo a lot more as a companion. I'm starting to think she's a little underrated. I think she's a very good like audience POV companion, more so than a lot of other companions are. And I think, and Unit, it's a story that basically it feels really well-rounded in terms of the Doctor, his supporting cast, the companion, the supporting cast, Unit, the Master is great. The villains are great. I even like the whole death by telephone wire bit. That was actually funny, and the fact that the Brigadier was the one who had to save an immortal Time Lord from getting choked out by Ma Bell. I mean, I just think this thing works on so many levels. Now, the only thing I was disappointed by was that, because I would have liked to call this Death by Daffodil. It's like the only thing that was missing was a grand finale of just a bunch of people getting shot in the face by a bunch of yellow flowers and choking to death before the big save would happen. But other than that, I like the story a lot. Those good stuff.
But other than all of that, he likes it.
It's interesting you bring up about Joe because
there was a great bit with the little killer gingerbread man. That actually was a pretty good bit there with the practical effects, even though they kept changing the scale all throughout the murder attempt. But other than that, good stuff.
Yeah. I was gonna say, like, you bring up about Joe, it's weird because when she eventually came back in the Sarah Jane Adventures and Death of the Doctor, she mentions like, "Oh, I was always a bit of a klutz," and it's like, no, she's like a very capable character by herself. Like, she's smart, she's experienced in all these different fields, so it's a bit weird that like in her older years she always viewed herself as a bit of a klutz.
Well, she was written that way. So the thing is, she's written that way, and there's also this. There's plenty of moments in modern times when people look back and they'll generalize. So like, oh, this is just the Doctor's side woman for an adventure 3, and then they go ahead and they don't value them. So I'm not saying whoever wrote the episode that Joe comes back and didn't value Joe, but
I mean, it's Joe.
It's
not like we're talking about Sarah Jane, though.
I love. I'm sorry, I do. I love Joe more than Sarah Jane.
No, that's fair. I think Sarah Jane is in more clunkers than people like remember. There's there are a number of stories.
After Pertwee leaves, her character kind of changes.
Yeah, that is really a lot of it.
Didn't the writer
and then
change?
When like Philip Hinchcliffe tries to go back to it, and he's just like, "Oh, I love we are pushing for this like very feminist character." It's just like, no, you made her more of a damsel in the Baker era.
Yeah, I liked. I don't know, but being sandwiched.
I still like Sarah Jane, but it's like there's a very clear change in character from between the Pertwee era and the Baker era.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, she starts with a bang, and yeah, I don't know. There's
ends with "I'm going now."
Yeah, well,
just a good hookup.
Well, part of the problem is she's in multiple stories with Harry, and who gives a fuck about Harry, right? Like, come on.
You mean Harry Sullivan, the Big Finish superstar that's everywhere?
Sorry, that's actually Jackie now, but you can go on.
Jackie, Harry. When are they? Oh my gosh, they were already in a story together. Oh my god.
Yeah, no, it's
all right, Pixel. It wasn't that funny. You can chill out.
I'm dying here. Anyway.
Yeah.
So, anyways, besides all that, yeah, it was a good one.
Joe, I was trying to let Joe finish his point, but I interrupted.
Oh, yeah, no. Well, one other thing I would also add is this episode, I think, does a really good job at addressing an issue, like a societal issue of using too much plastic, and like does something fun with it, and does it in a way where like you can just like enjoy the episode. And it doesn't come off too like preachy. Which I don't know if you guys have noticed this. Sometimes in episodes of Doctor Who, they end with it being very preachy. I don't know if you all ever caught that, but it happens sometimes.
It's okay. I've unfortunately watched Orphan 55, so yeah.
but this one I think does a very good job at like.
Yeah, it's not overt. It's just like, yeah, you use a lot of plastic.
Yeah.
And it can kill you, literally.
And now we have an alien race that loves plastic and can use it against you.
Yeah, I mean, even with the first Doctor, it was a little preachy. Wishing me a happy Christmas. Fuck you. Some of us don't.
Shit,
some of us
Jimmy.
don't celebrate that. You know.
Shit.
You know,
You have a very happy Christmas.
Yeah. Force you to have a happy Christmas. You know what? Even worse, Merry Christmas.
Oh.
you look in the camera when you say that. That's what they.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Guess what? Merry Christmas, Jimmy. And a Happy New Year.
Yippee-ki-yay.
New Year, I can understand.
I
Anyway,
can't,
the thing
because
is-
no year is happy. It's false advertising.
And it was the Feast of Stephen, but it wasn't like, you know, the companion Stephen, the one that no one gives a fuck about. Like, you know, the companion people care about less than Harry.
Wow.
You know?
they all kind of are faded in view compared next to our boy Jamie McCrimmon. James
Jamie
Robert
McCrimmon.
McCrimmon.
And Ben and Polly, man, those are
Oh,
good
that's so
time.
beautiful. Yeah. They
I
are.
did listen to the audio novel The Dead Star that came out from Big Finish, and Ben and Polly were like the main companions for that story. So, and it was good. A little long, but good.
You would say that.
No, and that was around the era you had that for a little bit of time where it was, you know, the Doctor, Ben, Polly, and Jamie, like just a sausage fest. It was wonderful.
I actually believe you thinking that's wonderful.
In all fairness, though, Polly makes up for it like all on her own. So
My thoughts on this episode, because I don't think I've actually.
oh, right, this episode.
This episode.
That's what we're talking about.
I really do like it. I like it a lot. I know I said about the comical bit with the string. That's silly, but
we didn't even mention the Time Lord.
I love that bit where he's like
the popping noise.
Has to like move, like wait, don't move.
I love how it's just like we'll put in the TARDIS dematerialization to like that's how he's appearing. But then when he appears and disappears, it's like a pop noise.
Oh yeah, right at the beginning of basically why are you in that ridiculous appearance? Well, Doctor, the renegade, the master, you know him. You should be seeing him soon. Goodbye. Hey, could I have some help? Nope. I totally forgot about that. Okay, never mind. This is one of the worst stories of all time. No,
shut up.
It is really good fun though. I love Jo, and I think she does a good job handling herself, especially in new territory after the last companion was just said goodbye to off screen, I guess. And the Doctor takes some time to warm up to her, but it happens relatively quickly. I contradicted myself. In the span of the 4 episodes, it happens. But at first, he tells her to basically go fly her own TARDIS off. I don't need you. Brigadier's always great. And of course, this is the master. This is my favorite master. You can't go wrong with Roger. So it's solid all around.
Yeah, with the Sea Devils.
I haven't seen the Sea Devils for some time, but I remember really
the
enjoying
one we
it.
reviewed.
Yeah, we've reviewed the Sea Devils.
That entire episodes are trash.
See, if you took the Sea Devils out and it was mainly just about the Master, it would be a much better episode.
I can agree with you.
Unfortunately, they're like, hey, we need to replicate Doctor Who and the Silurians again.
Yeah,
but the Master is also in there. That's the only unfortunate thing, because the Sea Devils and that are not interesting, and their whole subplot is just like
not even
you're
Roger
right.
Delgado
It's slowly coming
can
back to
make
me.
that episode good.
You have to remember
bits
that
where
was
he's like imprisoned and they're like interrogating him. It works.
the whole sword fight.
If
I
you-
love the
okay.
sword fight.
Yeah, sort
You
of.
haven't even seen the quality of his footwork. It's great.
But then the Doctor pulled out a spoon. Remember? No.
I love that too.
If
The duel.
Silurian and Sea Devils were both 4-parters instead of a 7-parter and a 6-parter, they would be really great.
That's one of the big problems for the Sea Devils, is that it is too long.
Yeah, and like especially like with like Silurians, it's like how many times does John Pertwee get captured and recaptured in that story? It's insane.
And like I said, if the fact that it's just the same, shit. Like we need to make peace with them. Oh no, it went wrong.
Yeah, no. Okay, I remember that. But the sword fight, I did enjoy. There's a lot to enjoy in even the longest of stories. It's just a question of whether or not the length outweighs the good moments, and usually it does. But not for this one.
A lot, don't you, Pixel?
He loves the length.
Here's a pixel finger for you. How about that?
The length, if the length also has
get that slender man looking finger out of here.
We know where that finger's been. Get it out of
here. Anyway,
it's okay. We can get into this.
Please, Chris, give us a ranking out of 10.
Oh, I would give this story probably I'd give it an 8 out of 10. I really liked it. It's a good start to this season. You got the really good introductions for Joe and the Master. Yates, I don't care about.
Sure.
Who cares about Yates when the much superior Benton exists? So, but no, it's a really good episode. There's not really anything I could say, oh, this is like makes it really bad and just degrades it. No, aside from like just it's of its time when it comes to certain effects, like it's a really good episode.
Yeah.
Yep.
Joe?
Yeah, no, I would also give this an 8 out of 10. It's in my top like 25% of like the Pertwee era. I'd say it's up there with me for me with like Terror of the Autons, Time Warrior, Curse of Peladon, like some really solid stories. Like you're saying, it's a great season starter. It's a great introduction to the Master. It's a great use of doing something like bringing the Autons back and then expanding on them and doing something more interesting. I don't think we touched on how there were people who were upset at the cliffhanger from episode 2 because an authority figure couldn't be trusted, and like that was a whole issue.
Oh no, the authorities can't be trusted.
But I mean, you're talking about like BBC stuff. I mean, this is a country that renames the cartoon the Midnight Patrol to something else because they didn't like the implication that children were up past midnight.
Man, that's a whole nother time.
Yeah.
Not to mention the Iron Lady.
But you think about it nowadays, it's like, man, you guys were stupid. You guys are so fucking dumb.
Teenage Mutant
Did you say what?
In some country, they named Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles because they thought.
I think that was also the UK, for like similar reason.
The UK, you idiots! You invent the English language and then you invent the English language and then you get offended by it.
The thing that you invented.
Yeah.
They call them plebs.
Silly.
But yeah, 8 out of 10. Really, like one of the better Pertwee outings. So there we go.
Jimmy.
From what I remember, it was like a 7.5 out of 10. 7.5 to 8. I did really remember really liking it. But that's all I can really say. I mean, it's John Pertwee. I mean, you can't really go wrong with John Pertwee. I mean,
except Colony in Space.
And Sea Devils. But like other than those, it's really hard to go wrong. I mean, he has one of the best classic stories ever with Time Warrior. I mean, I'd put that up against some of the best.
Oh yeah, no, Time Warrior is great, but Monster of Peladon is also a slog. Like, it's.
I don't think I've.
Guys, we need a sequel to Peladon. It's like, okay,
make it longer.
Make it longer. That's what everyone wanted. Longer Peladon story.
Yeah. Ambassadors of Death is also a slog.
But yeah,
then it makes it up
ranking.
with like the end of that season, which is Inferno.
Inferno's so good.
I'm surprised they have not re-released that season yet.
Not the multiverse. Anyway. So, Jervain, it's your turn.
Oh, yeah, my Dancing with the Stars voice. 8. I thought it was. Yeah, like I said, I thought it was good. To me, what I liked, I think another thing I liked about it a lot was just that it was just all the stunts and the shooting and the many glorious deaths. I think, these guys were just walking around, just blowing people away, people flipping over cars. Like I said, I know Chris doesn't like Yates, but I think Yates is a distinguished MVP for this episode. Because I'm really behind a man who just realizes when he can't gun somebody down, he should just run them down. So, quick thinking on Yates' part. I think we all should follow his example. Hey, you over there.
Or just doesn't wait for an answer to a situation, just starts shooting.
He just, the bullets won't hurt him. He's a man of action. He didn't have to wait for any suggestions. He just got in the car and ran him over. So, no, but I think definitely 8. I think, like as you guys said, it's a soft reboot. And looking at it through that lens, it does such a great job of setting up the new status quo, the dynamic, if you will. And it definitely wants you coming back for more because you see all of the parts that are going to be part of the series going forward, and everything just works really well. And I also agree with the effects. While they are of their time, they are good effects, and I think the Autons actually come off as pretty menacing and threatening here. And and the Master, definitely, I don't think you could have asked for pretty much more of a better debut. So I think it's just. If you hadn't watched Doctor Who before this one definitely would have kept you coming back for more. So yeah, that's why I give it an 8.
I don't think we talked about the fact that these Autons, I think, are more effective than the ones we got with, the first episode in the new series.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like I think that plastic mask over their face.
Back to basics.
Yeah. I did love that they used the Autons for the first episode coming back, but yeah, no, these are better.
It's a simple villain.
I'm not saying better stories.
I'm saying classic. Yeah.
I'm not saying better stories. I'm saying more effective in their
they were more
the way they look. They look more threatening. Like that almost like the plastic took over a human body and is now just the cocoon and the body's inside of it and control. That's what it kind of looks like, and it looks a little more scary that way, and I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah. Then Moffat decided they all need to look human.
Well, the thing is with that, it was.
I know Pixel. I'm just saying. I know it's in service to the story, but it's like they're much.
I was actually going to say. Because of they aren't really a big role at all. Obviously, Rory being Auton because they were just mimicking Amy's dreams, Amy's life, her childhood. Obviously, that part of it. But overall, the next team doesn't really have anything to play in that.
No, but also
they can't even call them Autons.
Yeah,
duplicates.
Real quick. You know how Doctor Who, Classic Who didn't really have a budget?
Yeah.
How the hell did they afford this many explosions and blowing up cars? That's a lot of money. Not only are you buying the stuff to
I wouldn't
blow
be
it
surprised
up,
if
you're doing it multiple takes, and you have to pay a safety guy to come out and do it itself.
Well, to be fair, I wouldn't even say multiple takes because probably back then it would have just been you have to make sure this first take is.
Yeah,
you're probably right. It was probably
especially if they're using
cam.
Yeah, especially if they're using explosives and special effects,
unlimited rice pudding, etc., etc.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was because of this episode, Doctor Who. Then later on, there's the budget is just gone.
Yeah, that's Falcon soldier, buddy. That's what
we did gloss over. I forgot one of my favorite lines of this story. Gates explains, "Oh, I was trying to make some hot cocoa. You were going to make hot cocoa in my lab." That was the general idea. But because you did it, 8. I'm on team 8 too. Dancing with the Stars style. I think there's so much fun in this story. Everything's top tier, but it's still missing some pizzazz that makes it like truly like 9, 10. But it's good.
Yeah.
Miranda, you put raisins in your pudding?
A lot of people have rice pudding with raisins in it.
Ew.
And cinnamon.
I know cinnamon you gotta do. I don't know how people don't put cinnamon in their rice pudding, but like I never put raisins in my rice pudding like at home if I'm having it, but like if I go to like a nice Indian restaurant and you get like the Indian like rice pudding and they put the raisins in, like I'm for it. I don't mess with that. Like they know what they're doing.
So this leads to an interesting question. Do we think Sylvester McCoy, when he says the line "unlimited rice pudding, etc., etc.," do you think he meant rice pudding with raisins in it, or just regular rice pudding?
I think regular because he's normal.
I don't think I would describe him as normal.
Okay, I forgot. Definite raisins because he's Scottish. I forgot. My bad.
Well, the important thing is his sweater vest is covered in question marks, so you know he's Doctor Who.
OJNT.
That's true.
Anyway,
what if we put question marks on the clothes? Get it?
Ooh.
Doctor
Who. And the umbrella.
You know what's funny about that, Chris?
See, the umbrella would have been fine. It's just the sweater. The sweater just
no.
It's too
Chris,
far.
You know what's perfect about what you just did, that whole bit? That's the exact thought process behind series 6 with Stephen Moffat. Doctor.
What if the question?
Who? The oldest question in the universe? Really? It's not. Where's food?
Where's food?
Where
do we go when we die? What's the meaning of life?
Doctor Who.
It's Doctor. You know, unfortunately, because of that, then like he really had to like rail in the whole like Doctor Who, and like
he ends the entire in the season finale. It's just a guy in a head box just going Doctor Who, and then he looks to the camera and then it cuts.
Yeah. And then in the I think was it the snowman? It's like Clara just saying like Doctor Who is like, can you say that again?
No.
Was it snowman or Bells of St. John? Well, it was one of the Claras.
It would have to be after, because Clara first shows up in Asylum of the Daleks.
No, but it's one of the other Claras. Because when I think it's when he's looking. It's either like
after Asylum.
Because
by then he was already.
She says Doctor Who, and he's like, "Can you say that again, Doctor Who?"
Oh, I love that. Oh, that's in the Bells of St. John. Yeah, Clara's official first episode as a companion.
That was right. He's wearing the monk suit.
Yeah, the monk. Could you say that again? Yeah. Oh, I just realized I love hearing that. But that was after he had already gone to the effort of erasing himself throughout time and space, because he realized, I'm all over the place now. I'm too big.
He's so emo, bro. I hate my dad.
Oh yeah, that's right. And then end of Asylum, all the Daleks saying Doctor Who.
Doctor Who. Doctor. I like that though.
I like Asylum. I don't know why people don't.
Asylum.
I like it. I just don't like the idea that the Daleks would have an asylum. I love that idea. Because I'd feel like they would just kill the Dalek that is different.
No, but they also said Daleks are too beautiful to destroy in general.
See, I can kind of buy that, but still, even when there's other Daleks that just differ in some way, they still hate as much as a Dalek, but they're like, nope, you're different. Die.
Anyway, I think that's the show.
But actually, no, it turns out
these ones are different. That's the show, everyone. That's
we ask you to please like, comment, and subscribe. Jimmy.
Unsubscribe.
Unsubscribe.
No, please.
No, it's copying Pixel. And subscribe.
And subscribe. Yes. You can tell that I get used to saying.
Finger.
No, only to Jimmy. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you for the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye. Alonzi.
Geronimo.
Alonzi.